Hey, I trust you're doing well, and thank you for tuning in. In Job chapter number 18, his friend Bildad comes at him again with an explanation for why he's suffering. And as we've been going through this, I hope it's clear that we remain good friends before when we don't talk. Don't try to understand. Don't try to explain everything away. But his basis is, you're being punished because of wickedness. Now, all the way back in the beginning, God defines Job as, what we would describe as a righteous man who turns from evil. Job had no accusations from God, but he didn't understand why it was happening to him, and so his friends try to explain to him, and he says, "How long?" Bildad says this to Job. "How long will you hunt for words? Consider, and then we'll speak. Why are we counted as cattle? Why are we stupid in your sight?" The comparison, right? He goes, "Why aren't you taking our advice and following through? Why do you persist in defending yourself?" Poor Job. He goes, "For he is cast into a net by his own feet. A trap seizes him by the heel. A rope is hidden for him in the ground. A trap for him in the path. Terrors frighten him on every side. His strength is famished. His memory perishes from the earth. Have nothing good to say." Well, he goes on, he says, "Surely such are the dwellings of the unrighteous. Such is the place of him who knows not God." Wow, that's a heavy rebuke from a so-called friend. And his friends are frustrated. I think Job is frustrated. But I want you to look at chapter 19, Job's response. He says, "How long will you torment me and break me in pieces with words? These 10 times you have cast reproach upon me. Are you not ashamed to wrong me? And even if it be true that I have erred, my error remains myself." Then he goes down, he says, "God has put me in the wrong and closed his net about me. He has walled up my way. He has stripped from me my glory and taken the crown from my head. He breaks me down on every side, and I am gone, and my hope has he pulled up like a tree. He has kindled his wrath against me and counts me as his adversary." Now, is any of this true? No. But Job misunderstood the suffering and calamity as much as his friends. Job knows that God is sovereign. Job understands that he is suffering, but he doesn't understand how his friends could turn on him and accuse him. Job had been a very wealthy man with a large family, and he lost it all. And all of it is a test. Now, I want you to catch all of this. He's saying, listen, maybe this is God chastising me, but there's some things I know about God. He goes over in verse 19, he says, "All my intimate friends abhor me, and those whom I have loved have turned against me. My bones stick to my skin and my flesh and to my flesh, and I have escaped by the skin of my teeth. Have mercy on me. Have mercy on me, O you, my friends, for the Lord has touched me. Why do you, like God, pursue me? Why are you not satisfied?" He comes to his friends and he says, "Listen, you're just attacking me. Why aren't you coming alongside?" And true friends are those who come alongside They don't try to give you explanations for the suffering and calamities that we experience in this life. But Job says, enough is enough. But verse 25, he declares, for I know that my Redeemer lives, and at the last he will stand upon the earth. And after my skin has been thus destroyed, yet in my flesh I shall see God, whom I shall see for myself, and my eyes shall behold, and not another. Job, with all the calamity, in face of all the accusation, he says, my Redeemer liveth, and I will see him. So he wasn't afraid to die. He says, I will see him, God himself. So friends, let's think about this. Because no doubt we have times of suffering and trial, times of testing. You look at it and you say, this is a test from God, and he uses or allows Satan to be a thorn in his flesh, like Paul said. He's trying to get Job to the place where his brokenness is embraced. He's come to the end of his ability to even defend himself. And he says, but my Redeemer lives, and I will see him. He'll settle it all. I love the fact that despite all of losing everything, all of his property, his wealth, his children, his relationships, everything seems to have been destroyed. He has these boils on it that he scraped. He says, listen, I'm ready for the grave, but I know I'll rise again. And my Redeemer, he lives. So whatever we're facing, no matter how discouraged we may get, no matter how hard it may be to to understand why, we know this, our Redeemer lives. And as New Covenant Christians, we know where he is. He's in us. He says, I'll never leave you. I'll never forsake you. We know that he's not dealing with us according to our transgressions, because he's taken them away, put them in the deepest part of the sea. He says, I will remember them no more. So why do we suffer? There's a lesson to learn. There's a lesson for us to learn. And maybe we won't understand it all until we see him. Our Redeemer lives, and he will make all things right. We shall see him. I hope you take encouragement that no matter what kind of suffering or trouble or trials you're going through, that you have a Redeemer. And we should never forget that we're all guilty. We're all guilty of something, not the same thing. So why should we spend a minute of time trying to explain why someone is going through something? And simply say, thank you, Lord, that you live and you live in me. Job says, man, I just getting through this thing by the skin of my teeth. That's where that saying came from. I'm like, well, he's in a desperate situation, but God isn't finished. We haven't gotten to the end of the book. And I know that God has a purpose and plan for my life and yours. So let's remember. Let our minds be transformed with the knowledge that our Redeemer lives, even in the darkest of days. Have a great day.